Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are going to be talking about The Secret Garden. The Secret Garden is written by Frances Hodgson Burnett and it is considered one of the best children's classics out there. Before we get deeper into the video and talk about the pros and cons, the goods and the bads, let me just give you a really small summary of the novel. The book was first published in 1911 and the story is basically set around the time when the British were ruling in India. So the story is basically about this 10-year-old girl named Mary Lennox, and she lives in India with her mother, but her mother doesn't really cater to her. She's really beautiful, really charming, but she can't cater to her daughter, so she has hired other people to cater to her. And the people who cater to her obviously are her servants, and they are not supposed to, well, they can't really say anything to her. So she grows up in an environment where her every whim and every tantrum is sought after and looked after. She has people who just literally come running to her at her first call. So she grows up to be a really snobby, really bratty young girl. Later on, at the place where they are living, there is an outbreak of cholera and she loses everything. Even her nanny, the servants there in the house, her mother, her father, everyone dies, and she's basically the only one who is living in that house. So people find her and then they send her to her uncle in Yorkshire. And then the story begins. There are some things in the novel that I have issues with, and I was actually surprised while I was reading the comments, or rather the reviews on Goodreads, when people were not really pointing this thing out, except for a few people. The first thing that I want to talk about is the fact that this book is racist towards obviously a particular community. And there is no one or no instance till the end of the book where the author has somehow conveyed the point that what is happening is wrong. As we know that the protagonist of this story used to live in India, and then when she goes back to England to live with her uncle, she always talks in a really demeaning way about the Indian community. At first I was like, okay, it's okay, like it's just coming from a child, okay. But that's where the problem lies. It's coming from a child and it is written for children. Where are we going with this? And then nowhere or no one says that what Mary is saying about that Indian community is wrong. Second point that I want to mention is that in the story, at multiple instances, we are shown that both of these kids, Mary and the other kid, are sick. They're ill. And they have, like, obviously, they have been indoors and they have gone skinny. And the adults in the house, or even the doctor, they constantly call them ugly. And they are made fun of because they are so skinny. Both of these things are so controversial, and I was surprised that no one really says anything about it in a world and in times when pretty much everything is controversial. I wouldn't have minded it as much if it wasn't written for children. Like, kids' minds are really malleable. You know, they are easily influenced. Both the things that I have talked about don't take away the fact that it's a great book. It's a great novel. I had a really great time reading it, apart from both of the things that I had issues with, obviously. The pace of the novel and the ease with which the words flow is incredible. And obviously the imagery in the novel is great. I just wanted to be a part of The Secret Garden. Passages where the author has described the garden and the way they find it and all that, it was pretty endearing to read. And it's coming from a person who absolutely loves nature, I love animals. So I really like that. And I could understand why it's considered one of the best children's classics out there, because it's filled with so much imagination. And it would be so wonderful for kids who are already filled with so much imagination to just imagine what kind of things they would imagine while reading this book. If I were to give it stars, I would give it 2.5 or 3, I would say. If you have already read the novel, just let me know about your thoughts in the comments below. If I'm missing some certain thing, or if I'm missing the point, then do let me know. It has been made into a movie, and I have read that they have removed these controversial bits from the movie, so I'm looking forward to it. And with that note, we have come to the end of this video. If you liked it, make sure to give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, make sure to do that by clicking the red subscribe button down below. If you want to follow me on my socials, the links are in the description, and also the handles are on the screen. And I will see you guys really soon, inshallah. Till then, take care. God bless you. Assalamu alaikum. Bye.